It's DC time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the amazing Yamaguchi Wonder Woman figure. Now, I got a couple of amazing Yamaguchi a couple of months back, mostly X-Men figures, and I was really happy with it. It's not the best, they always have, you know, small issues here and there. But Wonder Woman, I like that they made like a really nice comic book design, and of course the amazing Yamaguchi figures, always super articulated. So I'm kind of curious what I can do with this figure. From what I can tell at the pictures, there's a lot of cool stuff, but also one thing, looks like her head's already off in the box. So keep that in mind as I unbox her. I might have, don't tell me it's broken. Let's have a look. I don't know about this one, dudes. For the record, this one is currently on sale at Ami, but let's get through this. So aesthetic, usually I do the height, but aesthetically, already, is it just me or is the head just not okay? This is just like, it feels so tiny. Like, I know it's Wonder Woman and she does have a bit of a bigger bicep, but dude, I don't. Yeesh. Why is it so small? Why is it so small? Alright, anyway. She stands at about 15 centimeters to the top of her head, which means we're going up to almost 6 inches tall. Lots of weird things. Overall look and detail of the figure. Now, as small as the face is, I don't hate the face sculpt. The eyes are a little bit weird, but they all have the weird kind of googly eyes effect, which you can rotate the eyes around, which I don't like. I've never been a fan of the feature, but they do that for the amazing Yamaguchi. Then the hair. The hair is crazy. It goes all over the place, and as such, it is super nicely molded, but oh, what? This is like the Batman cape. I did not get the amazing Yamaguchi Batman because the cape is a mess and the hair is kind of the same thing over here. Now, yeah, you have two ball hinges, so you can do like a nice action pose, but that also happens. But it's hard to line it up really to the point where it would look natural. It doesn't look natural. And as I had her in the box, also here's like the googly eye effect. As I had in the box, I said, is the head disconnected? No, it's just like that. Here's the connection to the head. It's a double ball with a peg in it, so you always, that's why the head is falling off, because I'm constantly pushing this down, because if you don't, it just looks like a freaking giraffe. It's like the, her entire head is just trying to disconnect from her body. That's one of the issues I had. Like, look at it, if you pull this out, like, why? Why is this a thing? Why is this a feature? Why you do this? Why you do this to me? Okay, anyway, I need to calm down, but seriously. There's also actually some nice shading in the hair. Actually some metallic where it looks a little bit brighter, so that's really cool, but the neck is just... ooh, giraffe. Very muscle neck also. And actually more muscle in the neck than anything else. You don't really have muscle detail in the arms. She does have a bigger bicep, as I mentioned already, but there's not really that much muscle detail going on. Also, connection of the shoulders, yeah, it's the amazing Yamaguchi, and this this is disturbing. This is annoying me. There you go. But now the head is bound to pop off again. I don't know. I'm just have tons of nice detail in her armbands. Also nice metallic, nice gray metallic. Has holes in it for action features. Unfortunately, that's on the figure like that. You cannot swap this out for like one without holes, so you don't have that. Torso piece looks nice. Actually very nicely painted, like the small lines over there, which are filled in with a darker color. That's pretty good. For the most part, I don't really see any issues with that. Also, the gold does have a hole in the back for the base, and then you got more gold on kind of like her skirt. Same thing, I love the molding in there, makes it look that much more detailed. Also on the side have a bit of a star, and her lasso, like a regular lasso. You get like a more shiny lasso in the accessories, don't worry about it. And yeah, I mean the paint job on here is actually damn good, so I really gotta give him props for that. Love the gold, also on the knee pads, and you know what, I almost forgot, it's pantsu time. Well, it's not really pantsu, it's just like the under part of, well, it is pantsu. let's just say there's punts, alright? And in the front, there's more punts. Then you got the thighs and the legs, the knees. Everything is still nicely painted. Also the boots. I'm actually impressed. I'm actually impressed by the paint job. It's a good paint job. You have... Why is this darker? Why is the ball joint in there darker? It's just... Okay, at this point that's a very small thing, but it is there. And you have big holes in the back because... Yeah, the articulation for this one is going to be interesting. Speaking of articulation, oh boy, you have the ball hinges in the hair. So as I already mentioned, I'm a big fan of that. Not really, as this one disconnects again. Actually, I'm just gonna take this off. The head is gone. The face is gone. So yeah, ball hinges, so you can rotate it around, and it does move up and down on both sides. And yeah, that's about it. You can kind of fold it up like that, but doesn't really look natural. Then the neck, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like I'm saying, I usually prefer to get the ball in the back over there so the face looks natural. But then the face always pops up. But anyway, this is your articulation. It does rotate all the way around and does go crazy on the lower ball joint and the upper ball joint. Then you have what seems to be a ball hinge in the neck, which is not really nicely covered. And as I mentioned, the neck's just way too long, or maybe it's this joint, but it's not good. Then you have another ball hinge in the shoulder that goes up and down, and another ball joint in the arm itself. Well, there's a ball hinge in the chest actually, and the other one. So you can move that up, but I don't know why you would. Overall, it just, again, it's a bit of a mess, and it doesn't even accomplish that much. I know they're doing super articulated stuff, but this is not. You have everybody else doing the ball hinge combination that kind of rotates in the chest area. Now you have a cleaner chest, I give you that, but overall, well, it does move forward very nicely. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop complaining for a second. It's just there's some weird choices, but yeah, it does not really rotate around, but you do get it forward, and you do get it to the back, and you do get it up and down, and you can rotate it in here. And you don't have a bicep swivel, even though it would have been easy to make one over there. You do rotate overall though in the ball joint, so in the upper part and the lower part rotate around. Obviously you have a ball hinge that goes up all the way, and you got another ball hinge in the face that goes forward to the back. I'm actually surprised that I didn't do like two balls over there. Chest area, as this disconnects also. Chest area has some very nice articulation, beautiful back and forth motion. Doesn't really leave any gaps, a little bit in the back, but that's fine, I guess. And does also tilt side to side. Doesn't really rotate all the way around as it disconnects. There you go, pop. Just everything is going away. I don't know. Then you have some rotation for your hip part. Actually, holy crap, that's a lot. That's really a lot. And also goes side to side. For your leg articulation, it goes forward, it goes to the back, goes out to the side, and you can also rotate. This is actually interesting. It's covered up fairly nicely, and you have a pretty good looking butt mold. It kind of looks like she has like thigh high boots, butt high boots made out of flesh. That's weird, but I don't know. It's just maybe it's Halloween on my mind. This video is probably going up after Halloween though. So you have the ball hinge in the knee, which would suffice, but they were like, no, not a ball. We got not a ball joint in there, so you can rotate it around on that. It's just, yeah, wet. Who? Yeah. But yeah, it goes up all the way, and I'm kind of, I get a headache. I'm having a little bit of a headache actually. Go side to side on the foot, forward, backward, and have a toe hinge. Boy, I'm sorry. Oh god, oh man. So you got a bunch of accessories. You got her golden lasso, which is see-through for whatever reason. I don't hate it, but I would have liked just a nice gold paint job on it. It is cut up in there, so you can slide it into the fists that are on the figure. Those have holes. So you just slide it in there, and it is somewhat rubbery, so you can pose it with that. So that's cool. That's a nice accessory. Posing hands. Kind of chop hands, but they're not flat, not completely flat. Then you got some more open fist hands for the sword, I'm guessing, and completely open. kind of posing hands. Don't have grabby hands or whatever, but I feel like this is a good batch of accessories in general. Then you have a beautiful, beautiful sword. The metallic paint job really pops, and do I have a dent in there? There's a little bit of a dent in the front. Alright, quality control problems, that's me, hello. And you got the nice gold on the handle. Shield also looks amazing. I love all the molded detail on there. Paint jobs, fantastic, it's really shiny. Kind of just slide that onto her arm, which why is this cut up over there? I guess you kind of just can put that on her fist. Anyway, moving on, then you have a cape, which also, is the red metallic? I feel like the red's metallic. I feel like it's a bit shiny. The golden line that goes around it is damn clean. Again, very, very, very good on the paint department. You got these armor effects, well, the blade for the bracelets, like bullet effects. They look nice, they are flat though, but I don't know. Then you have this thing. It's supposed to rotate the eyes in those faces, which I hate. I hate the rotating eye feature. I'm not a fan of it, and I wish they would stop doing it. So all the faces have it. You have one yelling face and one smiling face, and all the faces have these weird freaking eyes. Usually other figures, they didn't have, you had at least one face there where the eyes didn't rotate around. And I usually ended up using those, but I don't have that with this one. So then we got two more energy effects, again for the bracelets. Just pack that in there. Look very nice and orange. Good stuff. And you have a different neck. Yes, that's right, you have a different neck. How is it different from the other neck? It seems to me like it's a bit thinner. And in instructions, it looks like you use that for the cape. I don't know, but yeah, that's what that is. And you have a base with a peg hole for the peg hole and a bunch of different pegs in the lower part. But you also get a claw, which I completely, where did I put that? You get the claw and you got some extra pegs, which I did not take out for a reason, because I'm not gonna use the claw, and I don't need to use the pegs because nothing has broken off yet. So actually, before I get to the final thoughts, I want to clear up something. So one thing first and foremost, while I try to put it in poses, I cannot get this peg into this hole. For crying out loud, I heated her up just now, and the plastic was even bending, but it does not go in at all, so that is useless. Another thing is, now that I have the cape on, that's nice, it covers the neck a little bit, but you see the chest, it doesn't really support the weight. Maybe it's because I pulled it out earlier, a little bit of glue to tighten the joints, but now, like, really the chest area is extremely just floppy. And one thing I actually fixed, and one thing I guess I got wrong, you want to put in the neck this way, so you have this open space over here, so you can adjust the face better and it doesn't constantly pop off, and she does not look like a giraffe. However, there's another thing, the hair, especially on this side, constantly gets against the head, so that was also the reason why it popped off. I would probably recommend cutting this off a little bit. I guess I'm gonna do that afterwards. Because, like, you might be like, well, you don't want to cut this off, but the front hair, this part, which you connect, if I can right now, completely covers this up, so it wouldn't even be an issue if you cut off a little bit over there. Or I just drape it over the ears, I mean, like I did right now. So overall, yeah, those are the tips and tricks on how to make this figure better, I guess. But let's get to the final thoughts! And here we are, finally. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I really took a long time still playing around with the figure, get into a couple poses, and I actually tried and forced myself not using the base for the most of these, just to show you how you can still really nicely balance this figure, even considering that the cape does have some heft, does have some weight. It does work out. And yeah, with all the fixes I've just learned about, and I told you, this figure actually seems a lot nicer than it did beforehand. It's still wonky, as some of the articulation is still just completely unnecessary, especially in the neck and the knees, like the double ball over there, and like the weird shoulder pads. But overall, really, if you play around with the figure, you have a ton of fun putting into poses. but also it's a bit of a challenge to hide all the ugly bits. So what does that mean? Somewhere in the middle. I like this figure, but it's wonky. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this review, this is currently on sale at Ami, not sponsored or whatever. But overall, yeah, I'm 50-50. Part of me loves it, part of me hates it. And yeah, partially recommend it. That's really as much as I can go. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Wonder Woman wants. Like, not as wonky joints. It's too much.